Today, I'm going to tell you how to write a memo. How to write a memo. This is in grade 12. Starting, I would like to ask you to answer these 3 questions about memo prompt correctly. Read the prompt, underline the keywords, and answer the questions. You are the secretary of the school English club. The club is organizing an event to celebrate the end of the school year. Write a memo to all members. In your memo, give the reason for event, explain your plans, say who can come, and ask members to respond by a certain date. This is from 60 to 80 words. Okay, now you have to answer these questions in order to analyze this prompt. As for the first question, what is the reason for writing the memo? The second is, who is going to read it? And the last question is, what points should you mention? Okay? Secretary, school English club, an event, celebrate, memo, members, your plans, who can come, respond. As for the first question is, what is the reason for writing? To inform about the event. The second question is, who is going to read it? The members of the English club. And for the last question, what points should you mention? What points should you mention? We should mention plans, reason for writing, and who can come. Okay, now the next slide, in which we can answer 2 CR questions and 1 MC question about memo correctly. We are going to read this model and answer the questions. The format of the memo is to, from, CC, date, and subject. To all members of the English club. From the secretary. Date 5th June 2018. Subject, end of school year celebration. Okay, let's read all together. All members plus 1 guest each are invited to celebrate the end of the school year. The event will be held on 30th June in room 4D, next to the library. There will be an art and crafts exhibition, a poetry competition, and games. There will be also refreshments available. Please let me know by 20th June if you are coming. I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible. Now let's talk about this model altogether. The first question is, what is the structure of the model memo? Again, what is the structure of the model memo? It has got to, from, date and subject at the top. Also, it has got short paragraphs with short, clear sentences. Question number 2. Which pieces of information does each paragraph contain? As for the first paragraph, it contains what the event, where, when, and who is invited. The second paragraph contains, it gives the plans for what will happen at the event. As for the last paragraph, third one, it asks for a response. Okay. Now let's talk about the style used in writing the memo. What is the style of the language of the memo? It's semi-formal and clear. The style here is semi-formal. Now what about the characteristics and examples concerning to a memo? So try to find 2 characteristics and examples concerning to a memo correctly. Read the study skills and find examples in the memo in exercise number 2 of the features which are mentioned. This is very important to identify the characteristics of the memo. Memos are short pieces of writing used to give information or instructions. They contain who, what, when, where, and how, and are mainly used in the workplace. Again, they are used in the workplace. They have the following features: specific format for the headings, a professional but friendly tone, short, well-structured sentences, short paragraphs for each separate point. Its bullet points may be used if giving a list of instructions or rules. May use contractions, short their forms without being chatty. So it's the structure of using the memo. As you can see, okay, and the last one is it may use contractions. So the answer key, the heading includes to, from, date, and subject. Professional but friendly tone. Please let me know. I look forward to seeing. Short, well-structured sentences. There will be also refreshments available. There are 3 short paragraphs in the model, each with 2 sentences. Contractions, there will be. Okay, and this is the last step for writing or to identify how to write a memo. This is a rubric. You are the manager of a company. You have received complaints that the office kitchens are not kept tidy enough. Write a memo to your staff to ask them to follow some kitchen rules. In your memo, explain the reason for these rules and tell staff to wash items after use, clean up any mess, and throw away any old food in the fridge. This is 60 to 80 words. This is the memo. I will give you a few seconds to read it. As you can see, the structure here is to, from, CC, date and subject. The first paragraph talks about the reason for writing and sending this memorandum to all personnel because there have been complaints about the state of the office kitchen. So this is the reason. And here he uses some bullets to talk about the instructions. Always wash your mugs. If you make any mess, clean it up straight away. If you find an old food in the fridge, please put it in the bin. And I would like to express my gratitude in advance for your cooperation. Keep in mind that a pleasant working environment is everyone's best interest. This is a model for the memo. And finally, to construct a plan in the form of notes in preparation for writing, you can use these notes and the table below to use the notes to fill in the table, talking about who, what, when, where, and how. As you can see, who, open to teachers, the students, and their families. What, treasure hunt, games and activities, snacks and refreshments. When, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 25th of June. Where, school playground. How, be responsible for various activities. Goodbye.